Moving Wisconsin forward, one joke at a time. This is Kristen Bry with As Goes Wisconsin.
Yada, yada, yada.
Hello, Wisconsin!
Well, it sounds like there's going to be a boycott on Chick-fil-A, but not from the side that you probably would have thought it would come from.
Yeah, tell me more.
I have talked in the past that I did not grow up with Chick-fil-A. By the time I was living in a place where Chick-fil-A was a thing, I was very aware of their homophobia and being a conservative fast food chain restaurant. So because I had no, desire, because I didn't know what I was missing.
No skin in the game.
And no skin in the game. I wasn't giving anything up because I never had it in the first place. It's never been hard to, when I have fast food, to not go to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
But I would say, for the left, this has been, if you're going to take a stand somewhere, you're like, oh, like if you pay, vote with your dollars or whatever. You're like, I'm not going to eat Chick-fil-A. I'm going to eat at this other big corporation.
Church's chicken or whatever.
The thing that I love most about Chick-fil-A is the stories, true or not true, that if there ever is 3 6s in a row in your receipt, they'll give you a penny back just so they don't print a receipt that says 666.
That bothers me more than what they used to do.
What did they used to do?
They don't give to those charities anymore.
Oh,
they stopped doing it back in like 2019
because they're woke.
They're so
woke. So woke.
They're so woke. I mean, how woke are they, Kristen?
Well, they're so woke that is the new target after Target of some of these anti-woke crusaders. Yeah. And
there's gonna be nothing left.
They're organized. I will say that, because to be fair, the boycotts that have been happening with Bud Light and Target and now maybe Chick-fil-A financially has had a bigger hit than things that I feel like we've seen in the past. Like, I feel like when Nike first partnered with Kaepernick, there was initial bump of kids, people were burning their Nikes. It's like, that's like $150 down the drain, dude. Yep. But over time now, you've looked at the stock prices for Bud Light and even the stock prices for Target. And the thing that's crazy about the Target thing is, like, they've been doing this for 10 years. Yeah. I mean, so many of these corporations, like the corporate pride stuff has been a thing for a while. Yeah,
this is not a new thing.
But the trans thing is for them.
The trans thing is new. And so, but even and what Chick-fil-A is not promoting they've not done an influencer deal with a trans influencer or actor. They are not selling,
what did they do?
Tuck hiding chicken or whatever. And all they did was attempt to hire, or just hired, a VP of diversity, equity, and inclusion.
That's the new devil.
That is the new devil.
I challenge any one of those individuals who wants to boycott Chick-fil-A to spell equity, inclusion, or diversity.
Speaking of spelling, we are going to have a spelling bee later in the show at 1:30. Yeah.
Just served it up.
Thank you. And I knocked it down.
The thing is Chick-fil-A has always been like, people were like, you don't understand how good it is. You'll like, it was built up for so long. I didn't have Chick-fil-A. I've had Chick-fil-A once in 2016 on my way to Colorado. My friend wanted to get some. I'm like, all right, fine. I tried one of his chicken nuggets. I'm like, these are fine at best.
What's your favorite chicken nugget?
Oh, McDonald's.
They're so good.
So
I don't know what's in them, but they're so good.
They actually used to be very not meat, and a lot of vegetarians actually gave themselves like leeway on it then McDonald's was like, all white meat, all white chicken meat. They're like, oh man, you took it away from us. It was like mostly soy. But yeah, I had a problem for a while. But point is, Chick-fil-A. I mean, I don't know, like whatever. Welcome to the left, Chick-fil-A. 666, the mark of the devil.
It's just, I mean, how do you justify? It's like how everything is just a circle. Like, if you get far enough to the left, you get to like authoritarianism. And it's the people who this all supposedly started because of cancel culture and the woke mob and going after people, and you can't say what you want anymore, and comedians being so, like, oh, the freedom of speech and all this stuff. And now there is a contingent of people, a lot of whom are very online, who are the anti-woke mob that just glom on to whatever the du jour controversy is of someone going woke. And this is insane to me that basically it was this Twitter guy, I don't know who this is, Joey Manarino, tweeted out, "We have a problem. Chick-fil-A just hired a VP of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. This is bad. Very bad. I don't want to have to boycott. Are we going to have to boycott?"
That says it right there. That says it right there. Boom. That statement says it right there. He doesn't know any better. So he has to look to other people to tell him what to do instead of just going, who cares? I'll move on. Maybe, Joey, do you have a mortgage? Do you pay rent? Do you have taxes, kids, a job? You have to have something more important than this.
I know. And I mean, this comes at the tail end of the boycott of Bud Light after it had made a deal with Dylan Mulvaney. And then everything that's been going on with Target recently, as far as they've been pulling merchandise because these protesters are going into stores and confronting and being like violent or at least threatening to Target workers. North Face had a Pride ad, but like, are they just gonna? What are they gonna? I mean, everyone has Pride stuff. Like Pride stuff isn't even. Pride is tomorrow.
Yeah,
Pride is not actually started yet.
Yeah, the thing though is that it's not about Pride. It's about what Pride now. Pride has always included trans.
It's always
community.
included trans people. Trans people have been here.
But I understand that.
I know you have. I'm preaching to the choir.
But now that trans out of the letters, the T is the most focused upon. Anything that has to do with it, all of a sudden it's a problem now. They didn't care. Yeah, they didn't care that on June 1st everyone turned their logo, their corporate $1 million logo, into a Pride logo. But now because all of a sudden it's just like what this Joey guy says, are we going to have to? Do we have to? I don't want to, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, they don't know. They don't care. They're going with how they're told. And yes, the quote unquote woke mob themselves, I'm sure there's a lot of people who are the same way. They're like, oh, they said this? Okay, I don't like them anymore. They don't know any better. But like, they're really showing their tookuses on this one. It's just like, they're like pinballs. They're like pinballs. They're like, Target, Bud Light, Chick-fil-A, what's next? What's next? It doesn't matter.
Well, and as you say, Greg, it's
so angry.
Can't you think for yourself? Can't you make your own determination on whether or not you want to patronize this business for whatever reason? You need a group to side with you.
And honestly, like it kind of goes into what we were talking about with Mike Wagner too, is these individuals who have these opinions are surrounding themselves with individuals. So like, can you imagine if you said, well, I'm not going to boycott Chick-fil-A. All your friends who think about, like, have the opinion about Bud Light and Target, they're gonna be like, excuse me? What do you know what I mean? Like, you're invested in this now because you surrounded yourself in this echo chamber. And now you just have no choice but to follow along. Because if you don't, then where's your people? Where are your people? Where's your tribe? Where's your group of people who
they will ostracize you?
Yeah, exactly.
They will ostracize you.
Exactly. And then where are you? Eating lovely Chick-fil-A food at a Target while drinking a Bud Light. That's what you'll be doing.
All alone.
Like, seriously, like three, just honestly, two. Can we just talk like Bud Light, Chick-fil-A, and Target?
I know.
I mean, we can do better, people.
And it's interesting because I think there, as we've talked about before, we talked about this last week. We talked about the beer war and all the Miller Lite stuff. It's like, these are the companies want to make money.
Yeah. Yeah.
The reason that they did any of this stuff in the first place is to make money. I'm sure part of the reason Chick-fil-A stopped donating to some of those causes is because they realized there was there was a market that they were not tapping into because of their reputation. And so, like, ultimately, if this far right, apparently organized group of people continue to have this much of an outsized impact on these big brands, like, are we going to see them get like all these kinds of campaigns and like these big corporations just get bullied into just staying mainstream? And like for representation, it's going to be like niche brands and up
Yeah.
and coming brands that's specifically like what their target market is. But like in the, if I think for many of us, the effort to, even if you roll your eyes at corporate pride,
Mm.
a lot of people, I would say, a lot of old elder gays who fought very hard, I've heard talk about like, listen, the fact that we've gotten this far and this is where we're at, it might be annoying, but like this is incredible that this is like the biggest companies are even approaching this as a marketing campaign for them.
Yeah.
But like, are they going to get bullied back into just like serve anything that if it's not white and it's not straight, we can't risk it? Is that where we're going?
I mean, who knows? I mean, that's the thing is you got to see, because like right now, I mean, when did the Bud Light thing happen? That happened
like a month and a half, 2 months ago, but it's still, I mean, it's been going.
It's been going, but I want to see how long it takes to correct that, because it's about the correction. How long will that correction where people are like I said,
like how much will be a blip on their 5-year
like,
earnings and stuff?
Yeah, like I said last week, someone's going to be at a party and they're going to be sitting there and there's a beer and the only beer they have is Bud Light and they're going to go, yeah, whatever. And then that's when they let go and they move on to something else. They move on to
Chick-fil-A.
Complain about Chick-fil-A.
Chicken sandwiches, people.
Yeah, I know. It's insanity to me. And I just want to see like Subaru, a very, very supportive company of the queer community.
Lesbian approved.
Yeah, totally. Oh yeah. Just say, I dare you to say something. This is their logo. Subaru, I dare you.
I dare you. All right. Well, if you have thoughts on this, we'd love to hear from you. 844-967-2789. And also, we're getting prepared for our first ever spelling bee contest. I think you're going to like the theme. I'm interested to see how everyone's going to do. This is As Goes Wisconsin. We'll be right back.
Feeling down, anxious, depressed? You are not alone. According to the World Health Organization, approximately 280 million people have depression, but the majority never receive treatment. At WellPoint Care Network, they can help. Their outpatient clinic staff are both qualified and caring, not to mention highly trained in partnering with you on your healing journey. Make an appointment today at wellpointcare.org. They serve all ages, infants, children, and adults. Both in-person and virtual services are available. Learn more at wellpointcare.org.
Weather brought to you by Taqueria Miyagi, Waukesha's authentic Mexican food truck, which is now open and ready to serve you. Find us at 1610 Lincoln Avenue in the BP gas station parking lot or call us at 262-278-6590.
VA has a new life insurance program for veterans with service-connected disabilities called Veterans Affairs Life Insurance.
Welcome back to As Goes Wisconsin. I am Kristen Bry. She is Jane Madnair. He is Greg Bach.
Hello.
On the air drums.
Oh, I just love air
You've done a
drums.
lot of air musicianing today.
Because Jane, well, for one thing, today's music has been exceptional, but Jane is always really good at music.
She's always really good
You
at
take
music.
the time, you care, you put together a good playlist the entire time, and you make playlists worth air drumming toward.
Has there been a theme today that we were unaware of?
Not exactly.
What was your inspiration for today's music?
I have some bee songs.
Okay.
Yeah, the song's always
that song was "Honeybee" by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Got it. Okay.
That's
We're
a
gonna be
heavy
talking
tune.
about the spelling bee.
We are going to talk about the spelling bee. That makes more sense.
I couldn't find any handy chicken music. I didn't realize we were going to do the chicken.
Thank you for
discussion.
not playing the chicken dance.
I was just going to say, we missed the opportunity to play the chicken dance.
Oh.
No.
I would have found something better. Than
Thank
that.
you very much.
I would have tried anyway.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's your beef with the chicken dance?
We banned that song from our wedding. We banned that song. We banned Celine Dion, Journey.
Why Celine Dion?
That was a practical joke against my mom.
Which Celine Dion song specifically did you not want to hear?
Yes.
All of them?
I don't like her.
Why?
I'm not a fan. But I would honestly, if my mom would have requested it, it'd been fine. But we banned all Journey.
That's fine.
Yeah. We banned
do you know another Journey song besides the one that we all sing?
Actually, okay, so this is how much of a dork I am. I know a lot of Journey songs because they used to be a progressive instrumental rock band before Steve Perry joined. They had 4 records and they're pretty good. But then the rock industry was like, you need hits. And they were like, get this guy to sing. They're like, I guess. So, but yeah. What are we talking about now? I blacked out.
We're going to talk about, we're moving into the spelling bee portion of today's show.
Okay.
Because currently, well, I think it's actually over. The quarterfinals are now officially over.
Yes.
They ended at 1:00 Eastern, 12:00 Central. So we probably could look up, and maybe we'll do this while we play the clip. There was one Wisconsin representative who made it to the quarterfinals, and we're going to look up and see if he is in the semifinals. But the semifinals air tonight at 8 p.m. The finals are tomorrow. And I love the spelling bee. I love the Scripps National Spelling Bee. How hard these kids work.
It's amazing.
How dedicated they are. How much they just love words. And spell check is my friend. And I don't think they have spelling quizzes anymore.
In school?
In school. Like I think my mom said that my younger cousins, who are quite a bit younger than me, that are still in school, like just didn't have to do spelling tests anymore. And I certainly remember having to learn how to spell.
Oh,
I think it's a skill that it's like a muscle. If you don't work out, now that I have everything always to tell me if I've spelled it wrong or not, I can. Except, do you know when you spell something so wrong when you're texting that spell check doesn't even recognize it?
It's just
And then you have to
at you.
do Google Voice into into your Google search to say the word and then see how they spell it, and you go, oh, that's how that's.
I lost 4th grade. I lost the advancement place in the spelling bee because I lost the word beautiful.
What'd you miss?
Beautiful.
I know, but what letter? How did you remember how you spelled it?
Let me think back 35 years ago.
All right, you think. But let's do a little shout out for our friend who is hopefully made it to the semifinals, but we'll look up and see if he did or not.
And representing the state of Wisconsin, and our only speller from the state this year is Aiden Wajuya Kulskuria.
Bahuvihi. Bahuvrihi. Bahuvihi.
Correct. Bahuvrihi, of course.
I know that. I literally, so for the spelling bee that we're gonna do next, I looked up some of the words that the finalists had to spell last year, and I was like, this isn't even gonna be fun because none of us would spell these words right. Like
They're
at all.
so hard.
Some of them don't even know their words.
And he made the semifinals.
He did.
He did. Aiden from he's a 7th grader from Madison.
Yeah.
And he's made the semifinals. So now we have someone to root for tonight.
They could put his last name in the spelling bee and no one would be able to spell it.
I love his last name.
His last name is spelled WIJEYAKULASURI why.
It's a dandy. And
Ouija Kula or Saria.
And the sound, by the way, was from courtesy of TMJ4. So.
Yes, thank you,
thank you.
TMJ4.
Yes.
So representing the state of Wisconsin.
Way to go.
Way to go, Aiden. So we'll have to check that out tomorrow or tonight to see if he makes it to the finals. But at least for now, in honor of the National Scripps Spelling Bee, when we come back from this break, we are going to do a Wisconsin-themed spelling bee. And I'm going to be the moderator.
Which seems unfair.
I'm the host of this show.
And she makes the rules.
And I make the rules. Jane's in charge of the phones, and there's producer rules there.
I get nothing.
I get to be the moderator of our Wisconsin-themed spelling bee. And we're going to be joined by Tyler Menz, local comedian, who is going to be with us on the other side of this. And we'll just see. I think everyone will be a winner. Especially if everyone gets the first one wrong immediately, then everyone just has to keep playing because it's a 15-minute segment. So, so stick around. When we come back, we're gonna have a spelling bee. Let's see how many you in your head think you could get right. This is As Goes Wisconsin.
Heading down Les Paul Parkway or fighting traffic on the interstates, this is The Shaw, 540 AM and 101.1 FM, WAUK.
CBS News Brief. The government's auto safety agency plans to require new vehicles include automatic emergency braking. The NHTSA's Ann Carlson.
It's going to require that these systems fully avoid other vehicles at up to 50 miles per hour when a driver fails to react.
A House vote is scheduled for tonight on a bill to raise the debt ceiling. CBS News correspondent Nicole Killian.
If it passes the House, it'll go to the Senate, which has to take it up before June 5th, when the U.S. could run out of money to pay its bills.
The family of an 11-year-old Mississippi boy who called police because of a domestic dispute in his house and was then shot by an officer is suing for $5 million. The family's lawyer, Carlos Moore.
My client, Darian Murray, did everything right and nothing wrong, and yet he still was shot point blank, center range, in the chest.
CBS News Brief, I'm Wendy Gillette.
Continue the conversation online. Find and follow Civic Media on Facebook and on Twitter.
For Civic Media, I'm Jane Matnair. Here's what you need to know. A group of Republican lawmakers introducing a bill to change Wisconsin's 1849 abortion ban. It increases the penalty for performing an abortion and specifies which medical procedures would be allowed to save a pregnant woman's life. Attorney General Josh Kaul and a group of doctors are suing to overturn the 1849 ban. They say a 1985 law allowing abortions up to the point of viability takes precedence. The case is expected to come before the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Summer in Wisconsin means pavement buckling season. The Department of Transportation warning drivers about high heat over the next few days, which makes conditions perfect for pavement to expand and buckle. In sports, the Blue Jays beat the Brewers last night by a score of 7-2. I'm Jane Matnair. This is Civic Media News.
Images. We all have them.
The four most dreaded words. My computer is down. Oh boy, that bites. Remain sane. PC and Pat together will fix the pain. Rated #1 PC doctor in Southeast Wisconsin. Great service, great rates, and fast service with no trip charge. Experts with PCs, laptops, network servers, protection, backups, and can even help you remotely. Click PCandBack.com or call us at 262-706-3235. That's 262-706-3235. Remain sane. We fix the pain.
Welcome to Mount Pleasant in Racine County, your next vacation and business destination. Just 30 miles south of Milwaukee and 60 miles north of Chicago, Mount Pleasant offers scenic parks, an outstanding hiking and biking trail system, and plenty of dining, entertainment, and shopping options. But Mount Pleasant also offers endless opportunities for economic growth, making it the perfect place to establish your company. Help celebrate the 6th season grand opening of the Franksville Craft Beer Garden on May 19th. Log on enjoymtpleasant.org.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Join the conversation with your favorite hosts or shows anytime. Follow Civic Media on Twitter.
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the moon up above and a thing called love.
Welcome back to As Goes Wisconsin. I am Kristen Bry. She is Jane Matnair. He is Greg Bach. And we are welcomed for our third contestant for the inaugural As Goes Wisconsin Spelling Bee. Is Tyler Menz, Milwaukee comedian and executive director of Big Dumb Idiot Incorporated.
You got a raise. You got a promotion.
You got a promotion. That's a title change.
Yeah, you used to just be like,
too.
Yeah, you'd be intern. You started as an intern at Big Dumb Idiot.
Hey, listen, from the ground up, baby. I'm here to stay. I'm a company man.
So what did it take? What did Greg promise you to come on live radio and flex your spelling muscles?
I can answer that.
Go ahead.
The greatest payment for any comedian. Exposure.
Exposure. Yeah. No, Greg texted me. I was like, yeah, I'm around. I can do it.
Let's do it. This is we were playing with this all morning of like, I want to do a spelling bee. I don't know because I don't know if people are going to be willing to call in and put themselves on the spot.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to make the two who have to be here do it, and then we'll get another big dumb idiot to do it too.
Oh, that's not going away soon.
So basically, what we're gonna do, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 words that are either Wisconsin places, Wisconsin things that certainly are hard enough to pronounce, but let's see if we can actually spell them. And I think we'll just go around the horn. So whoever spells the most correctly will win. So you don't get kicked out like a normal spelling bee because we don't just need one person spelling everything and then have no winner.
Okay, I have a style question.
Okay,
can I write it down as I'm spelling it?
Sure, this is radio.
Okay.
They don't know.
Well, because it just helps me. So.
And so you can write it down while you're spelling it.
Okay.
You can also steal. So I think if we're going to start with Greg, since I'm looking straight at Greg. So if Greg gets the first one wrong, Jane, you can steal it from Greg.
Okay.
And if you get it wrong, Tyler can steal it from you. And if he gets it wrong, then the word's dead. And then we'll move on to the next word.
I get to kill the words, guys. That's perfect.
But then, or vice versa. If Tyler steals the word, if Tyler doesn't get a word right, Greg can steal it, and we'll go in that. What is for me counterclockwise, and on the live stream right now, no, is clockwise, not counterclockwise. All right, Greg Bach.
Yeah.
Number one.
Oh God, now I'm scared.
Ponatowski.
What?
Ponatowski.
I hate you.
It's an unincorporated community in Marathon County.
I hate that I ever helped you with this. Ponatowski?
I don't think you gave me this one.
No, I did not. Okay. No.
Ponitowski.
Can you use it in a sentence?
I'm going to Ponitowski.
Give me the origin.
Probably Ojibwe.
Dead air, everyone.
I know.
We're figuring it out.
Ponitowski. I know this is P-A-W. Okay.
Already, Jane, do you know?
I'll take a shot at it.
Okay.
Ponatowski.
Say it again.
Ponatowski.
You're really close, but no.
Oh,
Tyler, do you want to try?
Jane, spell it again.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't want mine?
Ponitowski. Is this, wait, can I ask the origin of the word?
I don't know what the origin is. I think I'm assuming, as most of our city names are, it's
shut up.
It's one of the tribes that are native to Wisconsin.
All right, we're gonna go. I thought it ended in ski. I was like, maybe
it does.
Okay, so here we go. Ponitowski. P-O-N-W. No. P-O-N-A. No, it's P-O-N-U.
Can you be watching the live stream right now?
Oh my God. I don't know why you asked me to do this, Greg.
This is hard.
P-O-N-T.
Okay.
All right.
W-S-K-I.
No. It's P-O-N-I-A. T-O-W-S-K-I.
I feel like, Jane, for when we do things like this, you need to have the prices right.
Music in the background. So we don't have it totally dead air. All right, Jane, we're going to start with the next one with you. So everyone's at 0.
All right.
Muskellunge. Muskellunge is our state fish. I was looking at all of our state symbols as potential, but most of them are not hard to spell. So then I was like, oh, maybe I'll do the actual like scientific word. But this one is the not the scientific word. This is actually our state fish is a muskellunge.
Okay, I will go with M-U-S-K-E-L-L-U-N-G-E.
Woo! Jane's on the board.
I know my fish.
You know your fish.
I know my fish.
All right, Tyler, you're up. Wyawega. It's a city.
Wyawega. W-E-I-W-E-G-A.
Unfortunately, no. Greg for the steal.
Wyawega. W-E-I-A-W-A-G-A.
No.
All right.
Jane?
Wyawega. W-E-Y-A-W-E-G-A.
Say
W-E-Y-A-W-E-G-A.
You're missing a U.
I'm missing a U.
Where's
the U?
Wow, this is really hard. This is way harder than I thought it was going to be. It's W-E-Y-A-U-W-E-G-A.
Well, that's up at night. I'll be lying
All right,
wide awake.
Who started that word?
That's me.
Tyler did.
All right, so you should be able to get this one.
Didn't I start with? Oh yeah, we're in 3 now. Oh yeah,
we're back.
4.
So
cool.
Jane has 1. Leinenkugel. Leinenkugel. This is obviously the beer up in originally from Chippewa Falls, now part of Molson Coors.
I'm gonna get this wrong on one letter. I know it.
Okay.
Leinenkugel.
You got it.
Well,
Greg Bach on the board.
Whoa.
I did it.
Well done.
Antetokounmpo. As in Giannis.
A-N-N-T-E-T-A-K-O-U-M-P-O.
Did you say A-N-N?
A-N-N.
No.
No. Okay.
Tyler, for the steal?
A-N-T-E-N-T-A-K-U-M-P-O.
Say it again.
A-N-T-E-N-T-A-K-U-M-P-O.
No.
Over to you, Greg.
Over to you, Greg.
Q. 48 ampersand. I don't know. I know that one I can't do. That
It's A-N-T-E-T-O-K-O-U-N-P-O. MPO.
Oh, there's that tricky N in there too.
Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
Where's our
that's-
Jack Black song when we need it? Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo. We love you. All right, who's up?
Tyler, I believe.
Tyler.
No, yeah.
Camouflage.
Oh, so easy for him.
Camouflage.
We need him on the board.
Camouflage. CAMMOFLAUGE.
Say it one more time.
CAMMOFLAUGE.
Unfortunately, no.
Man, I'm striking out.
Greg Bach for the steal.
CAMOUFLAGE.
Say it one more time.
CAMOUFLAGE.
Got it.
Well done.
All right, Greg's got
Ari, he's up 2.
Jane's got 1. Tyler, we're gonna get you on the board, I promise. All right, Jane. Trempolo.
Ooh.
It's a city.
TREMPELEAU.
Say it one more time. Slower.
TREMPELEAU.
Ooh,
I missed it by 1.
you missed it by 1. Tyler for the steal.
This is a French word, trempolo, probably.
Yeah.
Trempolo County.
Yeah. So it's by the Mississippi.
I'd like some butter on my trempolo.
Trempolo. TREMPEALEAU.
Woo! Tyler's on the board.
Dude, Trempolo. You got Trempolo.
Trempolo, yeah.
Impressive.
Tyler Trempolo.
All right. We don't have many left, but I'm going to give you this one, Greg.
Okay.
Or no, who just started that one?
Jane
I started.
James. So, so it's Tyler. Tyler. Kinnickinnick.
Oh, God.
How many N's in Kinnickinnick?
I should know. I go 2 blocks down the street to find out. KINNI CK. Wait, no. I gotta write it down.
Okay. This is like so impressive that these kids do it without because they can't write it down when they're up there.
No.
And just to be able to sit there and visually think about what it looks like
and see it in their heads.
Because these are words, a lot of us have seen these. Well, maybe some of the Trempolo and Ponitowski. I have not been to those towns, if I'm being totally
like a guy
honest.
you worked with, Bob Ponitowski.
But Kinnickinnick in Milwaukee, we see a lot.
Yep. Yeah, totally.
And Antetokounmpo, we see a lot. And then you're like, wait, I have never thought about how to actually spell those words. All right, you got it, Tyler?
Kinnickinnick. KK. That's how we say it, right?
That's how you spell it, KK.
That's how you spell it, KK. K and K. No, Kinnickinnick. KINNICKINNIK.
Oh!
So close.
So close. Greg, you want to steal it?
KINNICKINNIC.
Got it.
Well done. Wow.
Greg it's just Kinnick.
Yeah.
Kinnick.
Greg is crushing
Does
it.
anyone else, when you spell Mississippi, still go MISSISSIPPI in your head? Or is that just me?
I've heard people say MISSI, like when they say it like that. MISSI.
I've never heard that one before.
Yeah.
All right.
Crazy.
I think we only have one more, and you just stole that one, right?
I did.
So we're going to end on this one, since you gave it to me this morning.
I don't remember it now.
Diarrhea, which is associated to Wisconsin based on our diet.
Yeah, this is my own.
This is you. You planted this one too.
Yeah, I can't spell the word.
Diarrhea.
Sure, cool.
You got it?
Is it me starting?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, DIARREAH. Antetokounmpo.
We love you. All right, Jane for the steal.
Oh man. DIRREAH.
No. Tyler for the steal. Tyler has kids, so I feel like maybe he has a better chance of it. He's seen a lot more diarrhea than we have lately.
At least
Tyler's a
say
working
Tyler has diarrhea. That would have been
I was going to say Tyler's a working comic. He's
diarrhea. DIARRHEA.
HEA?
HEA.
Yes, Tyler got it.
Way to go.
All right. Well, on that note, Greg got 3.
Incredible.
Tyler got 2. Jane got 1.
I'm a failure.
You're not a failure at all. That was way harder than expected.
And I'm like.
All right. Well, the couple minutes we have left, Tyler, since you're here, any shows coming up you want to plug where people can come check you out?
Yeah, I've got Voyager every second Tuesday of the month at Landmark Lane in Milwaukee.
Historic Landmark Lane.
Historic and Moon Room of Landmark Lanes. It's a fun half stand-up, half improv. So it's one of the fun ones in the city. And then on the 22nd, I will be in Waukesha at Maddie's, opening for my good friend Johnny Beener. So
fun. Well, we will send me those dates and I'll add it to our show notes for today. But thank you for putting yourself out there. And everyone's a winner, like I said. But Tyler Benz, thank you so much for playing with us.
Thanks, you big dumb
idiot. Glad I got diarrhea. Thanks, guys.
Have a good day. All right, when we come back, we will talk about who was at the Laughing Tap this weekend and wrap up today's show. Stick around.
Follow me for the changes. Antetokounmpo, 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 1, 2, 3. Antetokounmpo, 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 MVP. Antetokounmpo, Antetokounmpo, Antetokounmpo. Yes, it's true. Antetokounmpo, Antetokounmpo, Antetokounmpo.
But be a comical one, they'll be standing in line.
Welcome back to As Goes Wisconsin. I'm Kristen Bry. She is Jane Matnair, and he is Greg Bach. And Greg, who's going to be at the Laughing Tap this weekend?
The one, the only Jackie Cation, South Milwaukee's own Jackie Cation. Jackie has been on Two Dope Queens. She's been on the James Corden Show. She has done Conan. She is an amazing workhorse of a comedian. Has 2 great podcasts, the Jackie and Lori Show. We just had Lori Kilmartin.
Oh, they do the podcast together.
They do the podcast together. And then she has her own podcast called The Dork Forest, where people come on and talk about things they're dorky about. And I believe, Jane, we have a clip.
We do. Take a listen.
An amazing show. This is what I look like, you guys. I have always looked like this, some version of this since I was a China child, which is either your favorite aunt or someone who is going to call the cops for no reason. Not a reason. I am also a she-her. That's what this is. This is a she-her, you guys. I have seen it done better. I have made peace with it. But here's the thing. This is a she-her. Some people are a he-him, right? And other people are a they-them. Have you heard about it's the greatest idea in the world, the they-them. First, it's just people who want to be people first, right? Times, right? It isn't for who you want to squish with, right? It's all just how you want to be treated like a person, right? Now, I'm a she-her. Some people are he-him. Some people are a they-them. I love a they-them for so many reasons. When I was a little girl, and I didn't mind it. I did not mind it, but I didn't always want to be a little girl, right? Because this is gender, right? Sometimes I wanted to be a little boy, and sometimes I wanted to be an adult woman. And for 2 solid years, I wanted to be Snoopy.
I mean, it's just, she's fantastic. I mean, she's wonderful. She's super nice. Like I said, South Milwaukee's pride. And she will be at the Laughing Tap for 4 shows this weekend. 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. Tickets available at laughingtap.com. And it's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I won't be there.
I know, because you're going to be performing in Chicago.
I know. I'll be at the Den Theater.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
No, I'll have
Do
a
you
little
get
bit-
nervous?
Not really. Like the most nervous I've been in recent times when I did a show at Lakefront Brewery, and that was because all my coworkers were there. And they were like, "We're so excited to see you." I'm like, "Oh God, I hope you think I'm funny." But generally, I don't get super nervous. I'll have a little bit of the some butterflies, but as soon as I get on stage and I make them laugh once, that's it. I'm good. I'm done. And then it's just on for the rest of my set.
Yeah.
But I've also done the Den Theater too. I did it last June. I'll be opening once again for Hari Kondabolu, hosting 4 shows with Sabine Sadiq featuring. So if you live in the Chicago area, you're hearing this, come down to the Chicago area. Den Theater, 4 shows as well. If you want to go see Jackie Cation, Laughing Tap, it's gonna be great. We're gonna have a great time. I'm sad to miss it, but she will have a blast.
I just love the fact that she's from South Milwaukee. And I know that we have local comics, but I think we tend to forget and just assume that everyone funny is from one of the coasts.
Yeah,
and it's just
exactly.
not true.
Nope.
Does she still live in Milwaukee?
No, she lives in LA.
Okay.
You gotta be where the work is.
I mean,
right?
yeah, exactly. She's lived in LA for a long. She's from South Milwaukee. She went to Madison, then she moved to Minnesota. That's where she started comedy up in Minnesota. Then she moved to LA, but she still comes back to Wisconsin quite a bit, and she has a lot of roots and a lot of family here. So, you know, it's worth saying, you know, she's one of us.
Support the dorky.
Yep. Oh yeah, she is just yeah.
The Dork Forest.
Yep.
I think that's that. I
She's
think I might
a
have
great
to add
name.
that to my my roundup.
I think she's somewhere around like 600 or 700 episodes.
Oh wow.
She's been doing it for a long time.
That's really fun.
So yeah. So Jackie Cation, gonna be awesome. Get your tickets.
How much are those tickets, Greg?
Those tickets are only $20 with
what?
0 drink minimum. And hey, if you're not doing anything tonight, folks, we have the open mic as well. You want to come see some people working on material? You want to do material for the first time ever? Are you a comic who wants to try some new jokes? Laughing Tap tonight. 6 p.m. we open. 7 p.m. The sign up goes out. 7:30 show starts.
How many people do you average for the open mic?
On the list or period?
How many people get up on average?
Anywhere between usually 25 to 45.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I'm stunned.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
How late are you there?
Well, we start at 7:30, and if we have we've only done 45 people once. It's only happened once. Everyone got 4 minutes, so there's like 2.5 hours or so. I mean, it's what you do.
No, I know that
yeah.
is, but I'm impressed that many people in Milwaukee are out and being like, let's practice.
And what was great is we get people from Chicago and Madison and visiting comics coming through, and it's just a nice way to meet people and to connect. And sometimes you get some not so great people getting on stage, but you know what? They are far outweighed by the ones who, if they're not good at what they do, they're trying hard.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of thing. So yeah, the Laughs on Tap open mic tonight at whole thing starts at 7:30. But if you want to sign up, I tell you now, get there at like 6:30 when we open, because that sign up goes fast. Like by 7:05, we're 20 deep.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. And just a great place to go and look at the process. I just think the whole process of writing comedy and testing out jokes, and it's a craft.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's and also, speaking of, I just want to really quick before we have to get out of here. I just finished the Liberal Rednecks Manifesto, written in part by Corey Forrester,
who was on the show. He and Trey Crowder, as well as Drew Morgan, they wrote a book together in 2016. I just got it on the Audible recently. I listened to it. Super fun. Very good.
Very good. I
highly recommend.
And get the Audible version. Get the audiobook, because you get to listen to them talk.
Yeah.
With their thick accents, and they talk about that a lot, and I love it. So.
Oh, great. Well, and also, side note, if you ever want to do a tour at Lakefront Brewery,
that's true.
I can now highly recommend. I don't know how you would do this, because I knew that it was going to be a tour with you, because I have your phone number and I could text you. But it's not announced who your tour guide is going to be.
No, it's not.
But if you can be lucky enough to get Greg Bach as your tour guide at Lakefront Brewery, highly recommend.
I'll tell
you,
my
parents were laughing very hard,
which is good, because your father, he's very stoic looking,
very tall,
very, very tall.
But yeah, he was
after
laughing.
the whole thing was done, he came up to me and said, "I'm Kristen's father." I'm like, "I know, sir."
And you look a lot alike.
Yeah, and your mom gave us great compliments on the show, and it was fun. We good time. I'm glad the four of you came out.
Yeah.
And it was great to see you.
It was very fun. So I highly recommend checking out the Lakefront Brewery tour if you have not done that yet. And if you can happen to get Greg as your guide, even better. All right. Well, that'll about do it for us today. Thank you for texting. Thank you for calling. Thank you for being part of the show and listening to the show. We will be back tomorrow, Thursday at 11. But Monday, we're going to be here at 10. So two more 3-hour shows. That's it. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. This is As Goes Wisconsin.